Hello everybody. I'm just going to post the link to my Facebook group for Verbeling students, where I'm going to keep the news and write a few things about the lessons and about other things we might like to do later. So hope you can join that. Hello Angel. Hello Amar.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, thanks. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Great. Thank you. So, well, I don't think we've spoken before, have we? Angel Perez, have you got the mic there? Are you ready? What are you doing?
Hello.
Hello there. I should use mine too. Where are you from?
I'm from Spain. Yes.
And how long have you been speaking English?
How long?
How many years have you been learning English?
About 2 years, more or less.
Is there any particular reason for learning English?
No. It's main because I like. Many years I've trying to learn English, and this is the moment for learn. Not for particularly.
And do you enjoy learning?
Yes, I enjoy. Yes.
Great, good. It's great to see some new faces here. I just want to say hello to Nino because I met you before. Nino, are you there? Hi there. Can't hear you, Nino.
Hello, teacher.
Yes. Now I can. Hello
I
there.
had the microphone on mute.
Okay, so good to see you back. And
Yeah.
who else is new here? Let's see. We've got Mustafa. Hello, Mustafa. You're a bit misty there.
Hello teacher, how are you?
Hello there.
My name is Mustafa. I am from Egypt.
Well, it's great to have you here. And do you live near Cairo?
Sorry?
Do you live anywhere near Cairo?
In Al Haram.
Where is that?
Pyramids, in the Pyramid Street.
Is that in Cairo or another part of Egypt?
Sorry, I can't understand. I can't understand you.
Can you tell me where you live exactly?
Exactly, I am from Giza, in the Pyramid Street.
And is that in the city of Cairo?
No, it is another government near to the Cairo.
How far is Cairo from you?
About half hour.
Half an hour's drive?
Yeah.
Angel, be careful with your mic. We've got a bit of an echo problem sometimes there. Just mute you a second, but I'll leave it with you to fix. Now, Frank, hi there, Frank.
Hi teacher, hi everyone. Nice to meet you. This is my first class with you.
Yeah, nice to meet new people. So can you tell us a bit about yourself? Where are you from?
I am from Italy. I live in northern Italy, and of course I'm trying to improve my English especially my spoken English, and that's why I am here. And I think Verbling is a great resource about this.
Yes, I think so too. I'm quite happy to be part of Verbling, and I'm happy to see a lot of the ideas which I've been unable to implement come to life with Verbling and with Google, of course. It's not all perfect yet, because the internet is in early stages. I think the internet has only just come in my life in the last few years, and it's changed so much, and we're just about to change again. So what do you think about the internet? Do you love the internet, and do you use it a lot at work or in...
A lot. And to me, internet is very important because in internet you are able to get a lot of items and things related with your interest and hobbies. For example, if you can travel, if you don't go abroad for example, your language studies, in internet you can have almost the same environment, even if it's I don't know the right word in English, virtual, but the feedback is almost the same. For example, now we are having a class and we can speak and talk. To me, internet it's very important.
For me, the internet is very exciting because I think we're just about to go on another step forward. It's just starting, and I've been waiting for this next step forward for a long time. I mean, where we can speak to each other quite freely without special programs and downloads and funny things, and
Yes.
so it's all coming together and we're moving forward, I hope. Sometimes it's a bit frustrating when you're waiting all the time for new developments and for the future, and you're getting older and you want it now. Yes.
Yeah.
So great to see you. Let me just see if I can say hello to one or two people here who I've
Okay.
known for longer but who don't speak to me too often because they don't have the opportunity. So first of all, Gary, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Great to hear you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be with you here. This is my first class with you, sir.
Well, we've spoken before, haven't we? I've spoken to you once or twice, but it's your first class here with me on Verbling. What do you think of Verbling?
That's right. On English tab.
Yeah, and
Look, Facebook.
what do you think about Verbling and Hangouts? Do you like this
It's
way?
really, yes, it's so interesting for me and for other people.
Yes, great. Okay, now
I get a lot of information about it.
I'd like to see if we can get some communication going today between us all. So this is a kind of vocabulary class, but we're going to try and do it through speaking as much as possible. So Midu, let me just say hello to Midu first of all. Midu, are you there? Midu Ali? He's just plugging his mic in, so we'll catch him in a moment. So now I'd like to explain how we're going to work today. We're going to, each of us, think about one particular topic area. So I'd like you all to think about something and choose something. So it could be anything really. It could be a big general concept such as business English. It could be game playing. It could be travel. I'd like everybody to think of something. I will choose sport for mine. So mine will be sport. And then I'm going to think of some sports words when it's my turn. And I'm going to try to describe my word to everybody else. And everybody else can ask questions about it and try to find out what my word is. So I'm going to think of a word which is related to sport, write it down, and then other words related to sport, but you can choose another topic. Now, Gary, do you have any favourite hobbies or anything like that, or any topics which you really like? I'd like
Sorry, sir?
everybody to think about one topic that they can use to choose words from that topic. It's not really important because the word is the most important thing, but it might help you to find a good word. So I'm going to choose sport. What about Frank? Have you got a topic idea that you could use?
Yes, I was thinking about TV series and especially about a specific one.
Okay, but the way we're going to do this is I'm not going to ask you to speak about it all the time. I'm going to ask you to describe something which is a word. So see if you can think of one word related to TV series and related to films maybe, whatever, and then when you are ready, I'd like you to try and describe that word. I will give an example now from sport. So, okay, so I would like everybody to try to find my word. It's usually something which covers quite a large area, and it's used to play sport. It isn't equipment, it's really more the ground. More the ground that we play on.
Stadium.
And there are, well, that's a good guess, but actually there's no building exactly. It's mainly grass.
Maybe rugby?
Field.
Garden.
Well, I'll give you another clue. Tennis does not have one because it has something else instead.
Hmm?
But football has one. And it goes well
Garden,
with the
sir.
word sails. This man has got a special sails, but it's not the same one. It's just the word. What's my word? It's usually grass, but it could be astroturf.
Isn't garden, sir?
Say again, Gary?
Garden.
It's not a garden because there's no carrots and potatoes. But
Yard,
it's just
yard,
grass.
maybe yard.
You can have white lines on it as well. Ah, now, Ahmad, you've got the one which it's not, because it's not that one, because tennis doesn't have this word. Tennis has your word, but football has another word. So,
Competition.
football. Igor?
Competition.
Well, you don't play. You play in a competition, not on a competition. It's related to the ground.
Area.
It's the area we play on.
Site.
And it's
Platform.
the site. It's the place we play.
Playing field.
It's yeah, but a field could just be used for anything. But if it's marked out,
Farm.
it becomes the football.
So isn't farm?
It isn't farm, no. Another way to use this word is in sales. You could say that I have a special way to get people interested. I have a sales something, a way of selling. But that's another word. But it's the same. Now, Hazel has the word. Hazel has my word pitch. So now, a football pitch, but a tennis court. And sometimes we have a pitch and sometimes we don't have a pitch. Sometimes we have a court. So tennis has a court and golf. Does golf have a pitch? Is there a pitch in golf? Actually there is, but it's not the ground. If we pitch in golf, it's a special stroke to knock the ball up. But golf is played on a what? A golf course. Now, Frank, in your TV area, your topic, TV, can you find one word and try to describe it for us, and we will all try and guess it. Are you ready with a word?
About Italian TV.
Yeah, but I want an English word which is just about related somehow to TV. Just one word which everybody might know, and then I want you to try to explain
To
it.
describe what I think about Italian TV.
Well,
my
I
idea.
don't want you to just speak. I want you to describe something, and I want you to focus on one word, like I did. I chose one word, the word pitch. I want you to, in your mind, without telling us, think of one word like this,
Mm-hmm.
but that your word must be connected to TV, or films, or entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have a word like this in your mind?
Yes, I have one.
Now, you mustn't tell us, okay, because we must find this word. So, now you speak about it, and we can ask questions.
Okay, I think I use this word when I'm thinking of Italian TV programs, and because I think mostly Italian TV is not very good. It has a very low quality, and it is related with when
Now,
you,
I'm going to interrupt you, Frank, because you've done it twice now. Related with. Now, it's not usual to say related with.
okay.
We usually say related to something.
Related is correct, but with the preposition to.
Usually, it sounds much more natural to say related to this, related to
Okay,
that.
thank you. Related to, for example, if you have stuff but you don't need it, and finally you throw it away because it is useless and not beautiful, and
Quite a short word. Is it a noun?
yes, it's a very short word.
Garbage.
Almost near.
So something like garbage. So it's a load of old rubbish. It's a pile of something. I think I can say some words here, but I want you to say them. Ask questions too for Frank. Gary, any idea what this word could be? Do you know any words, Gary, which are similar to rubbish, trash, garbage?
Got it, teacher.
Oh, sorry, that was an accident.
Trash.
West.
Trash. I thought we'd said it. Sorry, that was me being silly. I said the word trash. I thought it might be junk. So we've got. Let's see how many. Before we move on, just let's make a list. Then we've got rubbish, trash, junk,
West.
garbage.
A question later.
What was the other word you said there? Any more words like this? Rubbish, trash, junk, garbage.
So can I use trash if I want to talk about something bad?
You can, and these words are often very similar. Yeah, but when we have similar words, sometimes we can find a difference between the words. We can find expressions where one of the words goes naturally in an expression. In England, we tend to use it's a load of old rubbish. It's a pile of junk. So sometimes they go with certain other words. This is common in English. So let's see. Does anybody else have one ready to go? What about Gary? Have you got one ready to try? Litter is interesting. Look at that word there, litter. Litter is quite interesting because we don't use it in the same negative sense as rubbish, garbage, trash, junk. We don't say this TV program was a load of litter. These are the interesting things about vocabulary. I think vocabulary can be very interesting. So litter is rubbish, but we don't use it in that way, but we say rubbish, trash, junk. It was a pile of junk, but we don't say it was a pile of litter. That's interesting. Gary, are you ready? What would your topic be, Gary? I'll come back to you then, Gary. Angel, are you there?
Yes.
And do you have a topic and a word?
Oof, I'm trying to say something.
Think about a topic and a word, and then when you're ready, tell me that you're ready. Does Igor? Do you have a topic and a word?
Yes. When for example, you go in a supermarket and want to buy something, and all of the products have or has? How to say?
All of the products have.
Have.
They all have.
Okay, all of the products have this on them. How to name this? And you can know that this product is from one company, and another product is from our company.
Ah, yes.
What
it's
is
a
that?
noun.
Yes. What is
Questions,
that?
please, everybody. You can ask him questions. If you don't know which word he's describing, then ask him some questions. Or ask him to repeat if you didn't catch it. Are you there, Gary? Nino, are you there still? Yeah, I hope so, because I'd like you to try one later. I think Hazel's thinking of the same words as one word in that list that Hazel's written.
Yes. Yes.
I think yes. I think that's one of the words. So
It's easy.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
The point is that you don't know if the product or the items comes from your country or from another country, right?
Yeah.
No.
No.
For example, you go to the supermarket where you live, for example, and you go and you look at the all products that is in supermarket, and you see this on every product that you see in this supermarket.
It's that sort of code with bars.
barcode.
Yes, it's something like that, but it's another characteristics.
What kind of color is it? It is.
It's different. It's no matter what color. It's maybe all kind of colors.
It can be any colour.
Yes, can be any color.
And Frank, when you say country, try to get the nice up sound, like not con, but ka, like cut, country.
Countries.
Yes.
Countries. Thanks.
So what's that Igor's thinking about? Something on the packaging.
Maybe do you mean the labels
Yes.
on the products?
No.
Labels.
That word label was very interesting because I used that word in my last lesson with a different meaning. A record label means a company. So we used that word in the last lesson.
But can we use labels if we are talking about food, product food, for example? Is correct?
Yeah, so a label identifies where it came from, which brand it is.
The ingredient.
You know, Igor, in Tesco's in England and some other supermarkets, the supermarkets try to sell some good value, cheaper products under their own label with very simple packaging, and they advertise that it's cheaper because it's got no frills, no extras, but just simple packaging. Do you have this idea in your country?
Yes, of course. We have big supermarkets that sell their products on their own label. And these products are not popular products, but people buy these products because the quality is the same that with our products.
I've got one question for you, Igor. You just said they sell products, and you said on their own label, and I felt the "on" a bit unnatural. So I'm looking at this now and thinking about that preposition, and I wanted to use another preposition. Any ideas about another preposition which might be better here? To sell products on their own label. I mean, we put the label onto the package.
Under.
Under. I was thinking under. That's the one I was thinking about. Yes, it seems more logical to sell something under. So, yes, why under? I don't know, but it seems much more natural. Yes. Let's see then. Angel Perez, are you there with a word? Are you ready?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have one?
Okay. It's something about mountain. It's something you can find in the mountain when you climb or when you go for a long days in the mountain. You can find in this place.
Snow.
No.
Wood.
It's no.
By the way, the word mountain, you want to be careful how you pronounce this because it's ow at the beginning, and the second syllable is unstressed, so you can drop the second a bit. So sometimes you just hear tin at the end, but and that's okay, that's not too bad. But the most important is to get the first bit right, like mountain.
Mountain.
Yeah, so it can be mountain. The end is not important when it's unstressed. It's mountain, but it's mountain.
Mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go on then. So we don't have his word yet. What is it? Snow? No.
This is something with the person building.
Tent.
Sorry?
A tent.
A tent? No, it is more stable than a tent.
Sorry, Angel. Could you your microphone to away of throat of your mouth to move because the sound is very in this way because sound is very high. It's too high.
Okay.
Is this place part of the mountain, or is it something the humans have taken up the mountain?
It's a second option. It's a building with the man something in the mountain for rest several days.
And it's not a tent.
It's like
Yes.
a shell.
Cave.
Cave? No. Cave? No.
This is interesting. I don't know what this word could be because I can only think about tents being taken up the mountain. So this has been taken up the mountain by the people.
Is it a sort of shelter?
Yes.
Is it the
It's
word?
shelter.
Is that the word? Shelter.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes,
Got
yes.
it. Wow.
Well, wow. So
Refuge, shelter, yes.
now, how can the shelter not be a tent? Well, I suppose it's a different word, but is it a tent?
Yes.
Maybe it is a kind of tent, but shelter is the word anyway. Shelter, yeah. Well, let's take that word, shelter, Can you put it with other words, please? So we've had which words so far? We've had pitch, and then what other word was after pitch? We had Igor. What was your word? Label. And we've got shelter. And were there any other words, or just those three? Pitch, label, shelter. So start with shelter. I want you to make some word collocations. Collocations are joining the words together. So I'm going to say bus shelter. Can you make shelter join with other words?
Poor shelter.
Poor shelter?
Yeah.
That's what is poor shelter? Is that a place for people who don't have much money?
Maybe the government build a place with nobody have a place to sleep. You could come in here.
Yeah, but I think this noun phrase is something you invented just now, and I don't know this noun phrase, poor shelter. So I would say double question mark. I'm not sure exactly. It's not a common expression, but bus shelter is. A bus shelter is. And
What
take
about
shelter.
air raid shelter?
Brilliant. Air raid. Now the question is, I'm looking at that word and don't know how to spell it because I don't want to put double R. Is it a double R there or not? Or singular R? Is it? How do we spell air raid? That's an interesting point. Is it hyphenated or is it two words? It's one word, I'm sure. Can anyone check the spelling of this? Air raid. What a word.
Air raid. Air raid.
Air raid. How do we spell it?
Air raid.
I-R.
Is it double R or single R? Is it hyphenated? Air raid. That's a tricky one, isn't it? Let's have a look.
Air raid.
I'm speaking about the spelling now.
I-A-R. Air.
E-I-R.
Two
It's two words.
Yeah, air.
Air and raid. So it would be too difficult to join those into one word, wouldn't it? So it's two words. Air raid. Yeah. I think about it as like one word. Air raid. But sometimes with these words and compound nouns, it's a trick. Sometimes we don't know whether it's two words or one word. So what about bus stop? Is that two words or one word?
Two words.
Yeah, so sometimes we have to learn them and remember. So air raid shelter is a good one. Great. Let's do pitch. How many different words can you make joining pitch up? Pitch, pitch. I will have football pitch. Any more? And I'll have sales pitch. Contamination of the environment. That would be, Gary. Contamination of the environment. So can anyone give me another pitch? We could have a football pitch. We could have pitch accent. Yeah, but Hazel, is that a real collocation? Pitch is related to accent, but do those two words actually go together? Pitch accent. I don't think they actually go together. Sometimes we can see two words side by side and they are related. Shares pitch. Yeah, sales pitch, I know.
Sorry, teacher.
Mm-hmm.
We have to think about pitch as a verb. Pitch.
Pitch can be a verb, it can be a noun. I just like the word to go with another.
Okay.
So we've got sales pitch, football pitch, basketball court. So that's not good. Well, let's go to the other one, label. We may be able to do more with this one, label. So I think we can have colours, for example, green label. But can we join other words with label?
I have heard, for example, pitch black.
Pitch black is great. I love that. Yeah, pitch black. Pitch dark, pitch black. That's very black. Pitch black, yes. Nice. Well done, Frank. I like that one. That's really good.
Thanks.
So let's go to label now and see what we can do with label. Private label. Sticky label.
Record label.
Record label, nice. Any more labels?
Long label.
Long label? What's a long label? Well, it's a label that's quite long. Yeah, I'm just thinking about long label, and have I heard those words before? Maybe you could say, what's a green label? It's green.
What about luggage label?
A luggage label, I think that's a bit more on track, luggage label, because, yeah, that's a bit more on track. Maybe not as strong as pitch black, but it's on track. So, all right, now let's move on and do some more words here. So, Yaman, are you ready with one? Who's ready with one who hasn't been yet?
I'm ready for one.
Good then, Omar, you'll go.
Okay. This is something you put in any place. If you don't have it, you have to put your thing in the ground.
You have to put your thing in the ground?
Yes.
Wow. It sounds like, I won't say, is it a piece of wood that you bang with a mallet and knock it into the ground?
Maybe wood, maybe steel.
Aha.
Maybe,
Yes.
Do you mean in the house?
everyone in the house, in the store, in the library, in the bookstore, in the supermarket. Everything has it.
Is it like an umbrella, a big umbrella?
No umbrella.
Ah.
It's made of wood and you stick it in the ground.
No, you don't stick it in the ground. If you don't have it, you have to put your thing in the ground.
If you don't have this thing, then you have to put something else into the ground. Is that right?
No, if you don't have it, you want to put your thing in the ground.
So let's ask some more questions about it. Are we looking for a noun? In the ground probably means under the ground, sort of like pushing a hole into the ground, in the ground. And now then, I'm lost here. This is difficult. I think you'll have to describe it a little bit more, Amar.
Maybe in every room, every room must to.
Every room must, not must to. Every room has to or must.
Every room has to put one or two with this thing.
Is it something to do with buildings?
Yeah, maybe building with the hammer.
Yes. I think I understand this. The part of a building which makes the building strong. So it's a part of a building, maybe concrete.
The floor.
And you find it a lot in the store, library.
Library, stores or shops or things.
Shelter.
Like a shelter, but different word. Different word.
Is it put on the wall? So
Sorry?
you put this in a wall, on the wall, or
Yeah, yeah.
On the
Uh-huh.
wall. Ah, so we're not in the ground now, or on the ground now.
Yeah,
It's
on
on
the
the wall
wall.
now.
No, if you
It contains objects.
if you have maybe a watch, if you don't have this, you have to put your watch in the ground.
Do you mean in the ground or on the ground? When you say on the ground, do you mean put it down?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, because you confused me with in the ground, and you confused Hazel too, because on the ground is on the ground, just put
And-
it down. In the ground is like under the ground. So,
Uh-huh.
so we say
It
on the ground,
contains objects.
put it down. You mean you can't carry it? You need this to carry something. Is that right, Amar? You use this to carry something.
Yeah.
It contains objects.
Yeah, and he not move it. You can't move it. If you move it, you have to plug it out with the hammer or the.
So it's fixed.
Yeah, you have to. I don't know how to say that.
It's
Is
a
it an
place for
umbrella stand?
storage.
Yes, a place for storage or something.
Yes. What do we call these storage places in houses and buildings? So just give us some words, everybody, and then one of the words might be it. Places to store things. Fixed places. So not a bag, because a bag is not fixed. Something fixed.
Wardrobe could be.
Wardrobe, that's for clothes. But there's a simple one, another word, not so specific as wardrobe. I'm thinking it may be that.
maybe box? Only box?
A box, well,
No.
a box isn't fixed. But if you
Umbrella.
fix a box to a wall, it's called a...
Not an umbrella stand.
No.
Closet could be. Closet could be.
Closet is...
No.
There's a simple word. I think it is. I think I know the word. What do you call a box fixed to the wall? With a door on the front of it. Open the...
Is sometime have a door, sometime not have a door.
Yeah, I think I know this word. Actually, the first part of the word, I think, if I'm guessing right, is sounds like this. See this?
Yeah, I see it.
But it doesn't quite sound like it, but I think the word starts with it. Am I right, Amar?
Stand.
No stand.
Drawers
Sokol.
could be.
That would be drawers.
Drawers.
I'm thinking along the same lines as Hazel here, but I'm not sure if it's right or wrong.
Bollard. Stone.
Short word.
Table.
No, not a table. Like a table.
So it is a piece of furniture, or is it built in?
You have to build it in the wall.
Does Hazel have it?
No.
Oh, that was my word. My word was cupboard.
It's a hole on the wall.
Well, it might not be a hole in the wall. It might be built onto the wall, screwed in, fixed up there.
Not shelf.
It's not a shelf. It's not a cupboard. It's not a warehouse. It's not a wardrobe. It's not a closet.
A library could be.
Library?
Library.
Well, that's usually a separate building, a library, because a bookshelf.
Bookshelf.
in your own house, but I don't know what this word is. So, Amar, you need to give us some more description.
For ladders or what you.
Oh, well, that's a big clue. That's the last resort. I think we should only give the number of letters as a last resort. As a last resort, we should give the number of letters. Did you hear? He said we've only got 4 letters, so what could it be? Wow. If it's in the kitchen, I would say it's a sink. But it's not a sink, I think. Can it be very small or very big?
It is. Let me. It is like this. I don't know how
Oblong. That's like a rectangular shape. Oblong. Well, most things are that shape in houses. Usually.
You put your book and your watch and your phone, maybe.
And it's not a cupboard. Is it something for safekeeping, like a safe? S-A-F-E.
No, not a safe. And
hey, I think we're almost going to give up here. Everybody's completely stuck.
and this thing always in the center
What can you do with it?
of the world.
It's always in the center of the wall.
The center.
Whoa. And this is an ordinary word in English.
Yeah, the center.
A chimney.
Chimney. Chimney breast. Chimney stack.
Amar is so difficult.
Well,
I'm more easy, please.
I think you have to give
maybe I describe it wrong or something.
We give up. We all give up.
But I put the
I give up.
word in the chat.
And
Okay, I will.
yes, write the word for us because we're all rack. A rack. Ah, yes. I think for rack, I would say something like this. Rack. I would say it's quite similar to a shelf. It's often overhead. You get them in buses and trains sometimes, and it's also a verb, meaning to stretch somebody. In the Middle Ages, people used to be put on one and stretched to be tortured on the rack.
It's about metal.
Yeah, metal tubes, sometimes you can see through the racks from below. The Facebook page was always there. I think something went wrong with it. So I don't know what happened. I think once I had a problem with my Facebook page because it didn't store it properly on Verbling. But I do have a Facebook page, and I'd like to have some people join it so that I can ask you questions about what kind of things you'd like to do here. So before we go on to the next one, I'd like to just share that with you again, and I'll post it into the link into the chat here. So let's see if we can do the collocation trick with rack. Here is my Facebook page, by the way. There we go. Join, please. But we've got the word rack. Let's do the collocations with rack. So I'm going to start with overhead rack. I can think of another one as well. Can anybody else think of any words which go with rack? I want one that begins with L. All your cases go on the rack in a train. So I'm going to say luggage rack as well. Any more?
A gun rack.
Gun rack.
Yeah.
Gun rack, wow.
A plate rack.
Plate rack. You can have racks for certain things, can't you? Yes.
Dishes
Right.
rack.
A dish rack. That.
Dish rack.
Yeah, dish rack. I think that might work better than a plate rack. Dish rack.
Bike rack.
Bicycle rack. That's a good one. Bike rack. Right. So who has not had a chance to do one now? Raphael, you haven't. Would you like to try one? Have you got a word that you can describe for us all?
I need to describe and you can guess, no?
Yes,
That's right.
and next time we will stick to a topic as well. That makes it a bit more difficult. But now, any word, any interesting word will do.
Well, I have one. You can use for two things. It's a vegetable, but also that grow inside the earth.
Hold on, Raphael. I can't have you saying vegetable like that. Can you say vegetable?
Vegetable.
Yeah, try not. You know, if you listen to people say this word, then they don't say anything like veggie. They don't say veggie. They say vegetable. Vegetable.
Vegetable.
Yeah, just slip away into the table. So vegetable.
Vegetable.
Yeah, that's the way they say that word.
Thank you.
So, okay, back to you then, and let's try and guess your word now. By the way, vegetable rack. That's a very common one. Because the vegetables don't go bad. If they're in a vegetable rack, they can breathe a bit. So your word again, Raphael, over to you.
But I don't know if I understand properly. I think in one word, and you have to guess.
Yes, that's right. So you're describing your word, and we will guess it.
Yeah, this is a vegetable, and it's grown under the earth. But you can use the same word for another issue, for another topic.
Okay, it grows. It grows.
It grows.
So we're looking for a vegetable, guys. A vegetable.
And also it's so brilliant.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
You mean it's a bright colour?
Could be very brilliant.
What color is it?
What color? There are different colors.
I think with vegetables, one way to classify them is whether or not they grow underground. So is it a root vegetable that grows underground, or does it grow above the surface?
No, it's grown under the ground.
Say it grows.
It grows. It grows.
It grows. More questions, everybody?
Is it carrot?
Hey, we can't get stuck on a simple vegetable, can we? Come on, let's get this quick.
Could you eat it? Yeah. You need another clue. You can eat, but also you use every day in your house. Without it. What?
So sometimes you use it without eating it.
Without tea? No, you also you can you use every day in your house, at home.
Can you eat it raw or something cooking or?
It's anything that grows under the ground, inside the ground. But you use. There are two meanings.
Potatoes.
No.
Huh?
It's so brilliant.
Brilliant.
You need for everyday use.
Hazel, underground parsley, in English, parsley is the bit that grows above the ground, the leaves. The underground part has another word. But in some languages it's all the same word, but in English, parsley is the herb part on top. Now, are you speaking about one particular vegetable, or are you describing a general class of vegetable?
It's a general class of vegetables. But also, you use every day at the office, in your car, you have in your home.
Interesting. Yes, in England we use the root and the top, Hazel, but what I'm saying is that they don't have the same word. The word parsley describes the herb part at the top.
Another clue, if you want. And I think everyone in the chat are using right now. Also.
Peanuts.
Carrot, perhaps.
Everybody in the chat.
Mouse.
No.
I can't see a connection between mice and vegetables, but good guess.
But who knows what word he think about? I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I was thinking of something to do with keys, but I can't connect keys and vegetables either.
Perhaps I'm making a mistake, but I say you the word bulb.
Bulb. Ah, well, you know, we usually in English, when we use this word bulb, we think about flowers such as tulips, and we do use the word bulb for onion bulb, but we have to say the words. We have to say the word onion bulb because if we just say bulb, then we think about daffodils, tulips, and these kind of things.
Yeah, but the general word for these flowers are bulb.
Well, in English we would say root vegetables, something like this, because when we say the word bulb, although we do use that word for onion bulb, it's quite specifically described like onion bulb. If we just say bulb, I'm going to the shop to buy some bulbs, we will think about tulips, daffodils, these kind of thing, crocuses, snowdrops, these things. But yeah, bulb is usually used to describe flowers.
But also you can use for describe light.
Yeah, because the right bulb glows in the garden, and the right bulb grows in the garden, but the light bulb glows in the garden. Yes. Okay, that's done then. Well, before we go, we're right at the end. Let's see if we can collocate bulb. So we've got tulip bulb, etc. But are there any interesting ones? Onion bulb, is that the only way we can do it? Light bulb. What else? I don't know. I think it's always that pattern, isn't it, with bulb? Great. Okay. Well, I'll say goodbye to you all then. See you again. Don't forget, please, to join my group because I want to ask a few people questions there.
Like what?
About questions, not what does this word mean? Questions like, what shall we do?
Feedbacks.
Yeah, feedback as well, but what kind of things do you really like doing and what kind of things do you think are really useful to do? This kind of thing. Okay, so that would be a good place to do that. So see you all and welcome back.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.